Hare Krishna. Hey, good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming. Yeah, another early one, I guess, is it? Yeah. Well, what to do? Woke up early. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. All right. Coffee, we'll get to it now. She's already started. She always beats me. She's a sprinter. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. There she is. Welcome, Shamakuri. Hare Krishna. Another ecstatic. People are very fortunate to have faith in this ecstasy. Hare Krishna. How can you not? It's so cool, man. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Gauranga, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jai Jesus, Jai Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Srila Sari Gaura, Bhakta Vrinda. Woo! Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Oh my Lord, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Woo! Krishna. Oh, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh, ah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Gadadhar, Srila Sadi Gora, Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Low battery, please charge.
Oh no, low battery. Oh no. How unfortunate. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Gauranga Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Rama Rama
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna. I think the latest prize.
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama Rama Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Rama
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama Rama Hare
Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare Rama
Hare Krishna
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hey, Shama-san. Welcome. Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare Rama
Hare
Hare Rama
Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama.
Krishna
Better
Hare
mute your
Krishna
mics there, everybody.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama
River,
Hare
mute
Rama
your mic. Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna oh oh Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna oh my Lord Krishna Jai Shri Radhe Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Thanks for using.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhaktavinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. 10th Canto, Chapter 21. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Shukadev Goswami said, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Thus the Vrindavan forest was filled with transparent autumn waters and cooled by breezes perfumed with the fragrance of lotus flowers growing in the clear lakes. The infallible Lord, accompanied by his cows and cowherd boyfriends, entered the Vrindavan forest. The lakes, rivers, and the hills of Vrindavan resounded with the sounds of maddened bees and flocks of birds moving about the flowering trees. In the company of the cowherd boys Balaram and Madhupati, Sri Krishna entered that forest, and while herding the cows, he began to vibrate his flute. When the young ladies in the cowherd village of Raj heard the song of Krishna's flute, which arouses the influence of Cupid, some of them privately began describing Krishna's qualities to their intimate friends. The cowherd girls began to speak about Krishna, but when they remembered his activities, O king, the power of Cupid disturbed their minds, and thus they could not speak. Wearing a peacock feather ornament upon his head, blue kanakar flowers on his ears, wearing a peacock feather ornament upon his head, a blue kanikar flowers on his ears, a yellow garment as brilliant as gold, and a Vijayanti garland. Lord Krishna exhibited his transcendental form as the greatest of dancers. He entered the forest of Vrindavan, beautifying it with the marks of his footprints. He filled the holes of his flute with the nectar of his lips, and the cowherd boys sang his glories. O king, when the young ladies in Vraj heard the sound of Krishna's flute, which captivates the minds of all living beings, they all embraced one another and began describing it. The cowherd girl said, "O friends, those eyes that see the beautiful faces of the sons of Maharaj." Oh, friends, those eyes who see the beautiful faces. Oh, friends, those eyes who see the beautiful faces of the sons of Maharaj Nanda are certainly fortunate. Are certainly fortunate. Are certainly fortunate. Oh, friends, those eyes who see the beautiful faces of the sons of Maharaj Nanda are certainly fortunate. are certainly fortunate. Oh, friends, those eyes who see the sons of Maharajnanda are certainly fortunate. As these two sons enter the forest, surrounded by their friends, as these two sons enter the forest, surrounded by their friends, as these two sons entering the forest, surrounded by their friends, surrounded by their friends. As these two sons enter the forest surrounded by their friends, driving the cows before them, driving the cows before them, driving the cows before them. Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. As these two, as these two sons enter the forest surrounded by their friends, driving the cows before them, they hold their flutes to their mouths and lovingly and glance lovingly, and they hold their flutes to their mouths and glance lovingly upon the residents of Vrindavan. For those who have eyes, for those who have eyes, for those who have eyes, we think there is no greater object of vision. For those who have eyes, we think there is no greater object of vision. They hold their flutes to their mouths and glance lovingly upon the residents of Vrindavan. For those who have eyes, we think there is no greater object of vision. Dressed in charming variety of garments, dressed. Oh my Lord, oh wow. Dressed. Oh. Dressed. Dressed. Dressed in charming variety of garments. Oh my Lord Krishna. 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 Oh boy. Oh God. Dressed in charming variety of garments, upon which their garlands rest, upon which their garlands rest, upon which their garlands rest. And decorating themselves with peacock feathers, and decorating themselves with peacock feathers, lotuses and lilies, and decorating themselves with peacock feathers, lotuses and lilies, newly grown mango sprouts and clusters of flower buds, Krishna and Balaram shine forth magnificently. 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 Among the assembled cowherd boys, among the assembled cowherd boys. They look just like the best of dancers. 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 Appearing on a dramatic stage. Appearing on a dramatic stage. Appearing on a dramatic stage. And sometimes they sing. Dressed in a charming variety of garments, upon which their garlands rest, and decorating themselves with peacock feathers, lotuses, and lilies. Grown mango sprouts, and clusters of flower buds, and clusters of flower buds. And clusters of flower buds. And clusters of flower buds. Krishna and Balaram shine forth magnificently. Krishna and Balaram shine forth magnificently amongst the assembly of cowherd boys. They look just like the best of dancers, appearing on a dramatic stage, and sometimes they sing. Oh my God, this is unbelievable. Am I dreaming? Well, what a wonderful dream this is then. Dream on. My dear gopis, my dear gopis, my dear gopis, my dear gopis, my dear gopis. What auspicious activities, must the flute have performed to enjoy the nectar of Krishna's lips? What auspicious, oh my God. Oh, what auspicious activities must the flute have performed to enjoy the nectar of Krishna's lips? Oh yeah. My dear gopis, what auspicious activities must the flute have performed to enjoy the nectar of Krishna's lips? Whoa! Independently, yes, independently, and leave only a taste for us gopis, and leave only a taste for us gopis. Krishna. Oh, for whom that nectar is actually meant, for whom that nectar is actually meant, for whom that nectar is actually meant. The forefathers of the flute, the forefathers of the flute. Oh my Lord. The forefathers of the flute, the forefathers. Oh. The forefathers of the flute, the bamboo trees, shed tears of pleasure, shed tears of pleasure, shed tears of pleasure, shed tears of pleasure. His mother, the river, on whose bank the bamboo was born. His mother, the river, on whose bank the bamboo was born, feels jubilation, feels jubilation. And therefore, her blooming lotus flowers, and therefore her blooming lotus flowers are standing like hair on her body. Oh, friend, oh, friend, oh, friend, oh, friend, Vrindavan is spreading the glory of the earth. Oh, friend, Vrindavan is spreading the glory of the earth. Having obtained the treasure, having obtained the treasure of Krishna's lotus feet, having attained the treasure of Krishna's lotus feet. Having attained the treasure of Krishna's lotus feet. Having attained the treasure of the lotus feet of Krishna, the son of Devaki, the son of Devaki, the son of Devaki. The peacocks dance madly when they hear Govinda's flute. And the other creatures see them from the hilltops and become stunned. Oh my God. Ah, oh boy. Oh my Lord Krishna. Okay. The son of Devaki. Isn't it? I love this. The son. It's so literal. You know, when you start to taste this amazing, it's just like, I felt like I was the flute. Unbelievable. This stuff is like out of this world. Everything was just so true. So Krishna is so auspicious. You know, Radha and Krishna, it's beyond our ability to fathom. You know, what they're giving in this world is unbelievable. Yeah. Yeah. Krishna, the son of Devaki, you know, the son, you know, she's looking at her baby. You know, even Mother Sachi said, she said, Lord Chaitanya was her walking stick in this world. Walking stick for walking. You know, yeah, you are my walking stick, you know. I said, otherwise, you know, we're crippled, you know. Yeah. Yeah, with a stick like that, you can run marathons. You become an Olympic star. It's amazing. You become a great speaker. You become somebody worthy to listen to. You know, you become one of the few auspicious things in this world with a walking stick like Krishna. Okay? And this is win-win, everybody, you know. This is just our birthright. This is our inheritance. You know, we've had enough. You know, after a while, you just realize, wow, man, this Maya makes you cripple, makes you dumb, makes you stupid. Yeah, makes you dark, really ignorant, and this is the medicine, Krishna and Sadhu Sangha. Yeah, praising those who have this walking stick, praising the flutes of Krishna, their good fortune. Yeah, it's like the gopis did. Oh, leave only a taste for us. Well, what a taste that is. So Shama-san, give us a report. It's been a while. Tell us what's happening.
Hare Krishna. Yes. Krishna, God, is undoubtedly living in my heart. It's like you said, it's a only stable thing which is there. Everything comes and goes, and it amazed me because I had lately few things outside to do, many challenges, and of course I got a little bit stressed. But as soon as it went away, the chanting and this presence of him was even more stronger. And yeah, it shows me that it's always there. And sometimes also when the stress covers me, then I'm losing, I remember him, but I'm losing this connection. I don't feel it so clearly. It doesn't empower me. But then it's, every time when I'm getting stressed, I cannot doing this for a long time. So I am like, okay, just I let go. And every time when I let go, he's taking me and he's helping me. He's really helping me. He's really helping me. And also I believe that because of his presence in my life, I'm getting really beautiful lessons. I'm getting clear, seeing, for example, the qualities in me which were quite disturbing, and I didn't know where they come from and why am I like I am. It was disturbing. It didn't let me to move further with some things. And because I'm praying to him and I'm living with him, I'm getting these visions, the things are coming up and I can see around and let go. So I think it's a kind of purification. Yeah, and I'm visiting your class, Guru Maharaj, every time when I can. And I'm a little bit jealous, but in a healthy way, that you have this gift, what you have. So I really admire you and devotees, and I'm not so harsh anymore for me, because, everybody who has contact and duties with material nature and has to develop some things, when you are not concentrate 100% on God, then, you cannot expect the huge results. But he's there. He's always with me, and I'm super, 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 super grateful for it. And coming to your classes, it's like oasis, like Azl, you know. I squeezed my pride. I don't want to be anything special. I accepted what I am. And I really, every day, I'm just grateful that I remember him and that I have him in my life, because it's like you said, it's a walking stick. It's just, and this lessons, what I mentioned, it's amazing. He gives me everything, you know. I can see sometimes it's very hard, you know, but I also learned how to live with it. I accept it. Okay, it's purification, it's hard, it's challenges, it must be done, but please protect me, please be with me. So yeah. And I also had the last month few opportunities to talk about him, to recommend Bhagavad Gita. I mean, just people came in my space, they were ready. They were already kind of self-realized, and they just needed to get this knowledge that there is Krishna in their heart, that they have this eternal relationship, and they were blooming on my eyes, and I felt, okay, Krishna likes when we share with him. Hare Krishna. You are muted.
There we go. We're back. Yeah. Yeah. What would any feedback you want to share there with Shama Sundari? There, is that okay if she shares some, Lalita?
Yeah.
I always feel Shama so deeply. There is something deep inside of her. I really, when she starts talking, it works. It works inside of me, and I know that she has Krishna in her personal way, always with her,
Yeah.
and I can feel that she's with her heart really connected to you. I can feel that.
Yeah. 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 Just just remember that these blessings, they come because of sadhu sangha. These blessings, Krishna staying with you. So that's why they're there, is because Krishna is with you, because you have faith in his real devotees. So he stays with you, even though you're going and doing all these things and in mode of passion sometimes and stressed and all that. So he's showing you, because you have your faith in what's going on here. So if you remember that, it'll get you through a lot of stuff. Some people don't remember that. That's why they go off. Like we have one lady just went off and just gives no respect to sadhu sangha. Every time, it's always been like that.
But she has faith and I'm sorry, Shama, and affection. That's what I always feel with her as well.
Yeah.
I want to say that this year was for me, I think it was just purification the whole year. Yeah. And sometimes I didn't feel this presence. And before, at the beginning of this year, I experienced anger and jealousy according to Sadhusanga. But then again, I got this deeper relation. It was more clear. I started really to live with God. I mean, to talk to him. I could see he's helping me. Okay, and every day it's amazing stuff. But I will not tell the stories, because there are stories from my life. It's amazing. And then, for example, now when I have heavy time and a little bit stress, then I don't have to necessarily feel like, oh, it's in every cell of my being, but I know that what you are saying is true. I know that the world looks like this. I know what is Krishna. I know what is devotion. I know that this is the only boat, and I'm taking my place, and I admire. And it's also, just staying here as much as I can.
Yeah.
But I'm not covered by this anger or jealous. I understand, okay, when my vibes are lower, I understand they are lower because of it, not because.
Yeah, you gotta be real and just let it flow. Get it. It is what it is. You can't stuff it, or you feel what you feel, and it just transforms all this stuff. It's all temporary. Yeah, yeah. No, that's great. Awesome. Yeah.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so let's see here. Ah, boy. Yeah, it just gets better. I love it, man. This is so nice. Better and better. It's deeper, deeper. All right, what do we got here? Hare Krishna. Oh yeah, let's read. Let's see, where was this here? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Who is this? Three. Yeah, approaches material, pastimes of Vrindavan. Yeah, we're reading Pastimes of Vrindavan here, chapter 3, Srimad Bhagavatam.
Which canto, Guru Maharaj?
This is Canto 3. Let's see, and we'll go from verse number 7. Okay. So there was a house, there in the house of the demon, all the princesses kidnapped by Narakasura, at once became alert upon seeing the Lord, the friend of the distressed. See? They looked upon him with eagerness, joy, shyness, and offered to be his wives. See, there in the house of the demon, all the princesses kidnapped by Narakasura at once became alert upon seeing the Lord and friend of the distress. That's like everybody. Everybody's been kidnapped by Maya. Narakasura represents the illusory potency. He's kidnapped, but then the Lord comes because they were distressed. And they were probably praying about, oh, where, Lord, where is Krishna? Where's God? Where, like this. And so because Krishna is the friend of the distressed, he came, he came actually personally in a body, and then they desired to become his wives. See, they desired. That's the whole thing. That's Raganuga Bhakti. That's the whole point of, following Vaidhi Bhakti is to come to the point of wanting to marry Krishna, wanting an emotional relationship, Can you imagine? Isn't it? Bottom line is, there's a lot of Vaidhi Bhaktas, they can't even think about, emotional relation. Yeah, it comes down to that. Ecstatic, emotional, intimate, that kind of thing, and have it with God. Yeah. See, yeah. And so Vaidhi Bhakti develops, ultimately should develop into that. That where you want to have this intimate relationship with God. See, and that's when he sends Guru. See, when you become distressed, because even in Vaidhi Bhakti, you got all these leaders. You think all those leaders are pure-hearted? Can you imagine? These guys are your leaders. They're your saviors. Can they really even save you? Most are hypocrites. I mean, they can't help it. You're a hypocrite if I'm Gurudev, represent Krishna, I'm here to save you. I mean, that's the Guru. Did you know that? That's that's a real spiritual master. They're here to save you. If they're not that, and a lot of, save me. Well, why are you representing Krishna? What is this representative thing? Well, the Guru is the savior of their dependents, yes or no? See? So if you really want an emotional relationship with God, he'll send you a guru because they're the real minister. When you get married, you got a minister, right? You go before the minister, they marry you. Otherwise, not authorized, right? Go ahead there, Lalita. No? Yeah, it's not authorized. You need their authorized minister. That's bona fide spiritual master. They marry you to Krishna. Okay? And so, yeah, so when people are distressed because where is God? Where is God? Okay? Even here, when persons are going through purification, sometimes you feel cut off, right? And then you want that back, and then the Lord comes back and saves the day. Okay? And you get more purified. Then it becomes easier, easier. You call him and he comes. That's what I noticed personally. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Yeah. Prayed to the Lord. His mother then, okay, wait. Narakasura, the son of Darati, the earth, tried to grasp the whole sky, and for this he was killed by the Lord in a fight. His mother then prayed to the Lord. This led to the return of the king. Oh, wait, went to the wrong verse. I'm a little bit spaced out here, by the way. Sorry about that. Yeah, so, okay. There in all those princesses were lodged in different apartments, and the Lord simultaneously assumed different bodily expansions, exactly matching each and every princess. Yeah. He accepted their hands in perfect rituals by his internal potency. See, perfect rituals, isn't that funny? By his internal, the perfection of ritual is what goes on within in this marriage. Otherwise, it's not perfect. The external ritual, that's not perfect, man. It's external. Okay? And you see, even here, you can see how the Lord, when you get married to the Lord, he matches you. Okay? It's the perfect match. He creates it's already created. He has an expansion, manifests an expansion for you. Just the perfect match. Isn't that wonderful? I love it. I read the book and I look in our Sangha and I see this happening. The Lord manifests the perfect match for each of his princesses. Did you know Shama-san is one of the Lord's princess? You're a princess. Did you know that, Shama-san? Oh my goodness. Princess Shama-san. Yeah.
You're cutie. Can I say something? Always when you are talking about these external rituals, that they are always external, and it's not that, can be that they have no essence. And I used to like these ceremonies, but now I think because there are all these beautiful smells, and you have darshans, and these colors, and this makes it beautiful because there are form of Radha and Krishna.
Yeah.
But all of it, what is around, these rules and regulations, this stiffness, that they are watching you. Even when they bow down, it's very often mechanical. And this makes it very, very external. And it's like, okay.
It's like doing the Swami step. It's kind of a ritual. They go
folklore.
Yeah, I remember always when we had this arati or another ceremonies. As soon as the curtain was off, I could just staring at the Radharani. I could just staring like 1 hour and didn't move. I was paralyzed. I just felt this energy from her eyes into me and healing and feeling such beautiful feelings. But I could see that people around are watching me because they assumed that I'm pretending, because I just want to see in her eyes,
Yeah.
not doing this what they do. So I couldn't match.
Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah. So now you're Krishna's prince, Radha's princess, girlfriend.
Yeah, it's so relieving, You can go to Krishna sometimes in your heart, and sometimes you can come to Radharani. And up top of it, as his guru, there is guru like you.
Yeah, nice.
Wow.
All right, let's see here. Yeah, I like that word, princess. Where you guys are all princesses.
It fits her. It fits her.
It fits me too. You're a princess also.
I'm more an old granny.
No, you're a princess. No. River and Lalita Ganga are princesses. We got 3 princesses here.
River looks like she's looking for Krishna in the forest. I really like that Karuna follows her. The picture is not stable, so it looks like she's really, she's really looking him.
Yeah.
Hided himself. Where is he?
Where is he? Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Yeah. So just to expand himself according to his transcendental features, the Lord begot in each and every one of them 10 offspring with exactly his own qualities. See? And you could see this. This isn't just for like when he was here then. This happens internally. See? Everyone is actually like that. That's a realized soul, a real devotee. They marry Krishna like this. And then there's offspring in the form of disciples. See? And what's begot in those disciples? Krishna in exactly the same transcendental potency. It's the real Lord. It's his real form. See, that's really bona fide. See, if you're a real, the problem is because of Maya, like Devaki had all these offsprings, and a lot of them were dashed by Kamsa, the world. See, the world comes in and just covers them. See? But those who get through, what's born in them is the same qualities. See, that's a real disciplic line. The same Krishna is there, even though it might have a different variety of relationship, but it's the same pure Krishna, Radha and Krishna, or some devotion to Krishna, God, in some pure form. Okay, it's him, it's the real God. Not these weeds here in the world always trying to misrepresent the bhakti lata BC. Only devotion can ascertain the real Krishna. See, without devotion, all you can do, the real Krishna is in the book. The real Krishna is the book. And devotion ascertains the real conception of the Lord. If you don't have devotion, there's speculation there. Okay? Therefore, it doesn't have the power. Doesn't have the power to deliver. See? Doesn't have the power to awaken, because speculation. Maybe something, but it'll always be mixed. You notice there's a lot of mixtures. People worship, and it's okay. Gradually, by and by, you understand. By association, devotees who are more, fixed in bhakti, get rid of the speculation, man, and just hear about the Lord as he is from real devotees, advanced devotees. This could help Christians so much, but they speculate like crazy. A lot of them, they have some, many. We don't see much. I have to use the Christians because in Vaishnavism you see very little spirit of devotion awakened yet. I think we're the first fruits here, So, but I see mixtures in Christians. These little mixtures. They need, they need some shiksha if they want to, purify it more, get it more as it is. Otherwise, they mix in being one with Jesus and wanting all these mystic opulences and just mixtures of money, wanting to all kinds of alloys. Okay, so in our Vaishnava line is this unalloyed devotion, which is really one just loving God purely, just because you want to love God. No other reason but it's the nature to relish God, taste him, just purely, without watering it down. Okay. Princess Karuna. Yeah, I guess you can. Yeah, he would like to be a princess. Yeah. He's dressing the part sometimes. Nail polish and all. Okay. Kalivana, the king of Magda and Salva, attacked the city of Mathura. But when the city was encircled by their soldiers, the Lord refrained from killing them personally, just to show the power of his own men. See, he likes to glorify his devotees. He wants to show that he works through his devotees. He likes to see his devotees work too. And see, because he was there. He was actually there. And this always even translates even here, like even the spiritual master likes to see his disciples, his friends, also acting on the stage of this world with bhakti, with their relationship with God. It's very interesting. It's very wonderful, very colorful. It's not all about, God or the person just to do everything. No, you work together as a team. It's fun. It's nice. It's playful. It's friendship. It adds you go and watch a movie, there's supporting actors and there's the actors, and everything is part of the play or the drama. See, same thing. The Lord's transcendental drama is enacted. The devotees and the Lord and the plenary portions, they all have their part in the drama. See, this was about to be a part of the drama. Some people, they want to play the role that's not for them. See, that's why they end up leaving here. Oh, I want to be the guru. Just being a disciple, that ain't satisfying enough for me. I want more than that. See, I'm not satisfied being a part of the transcendental troupe. Here we're here to, we're dancers. We're here to, dance our dance, Oh, I don't want to be part of it. I'm going to go and start my own troupe. Well, good luck. Yeah. Of kings, the Sambara, Dvijya, Bana, Mora, Balava, and many other demons, such as Dantavarta. Some he killed himself, and some he caused to be killed by others, by Sri Baladev, etc. Then Vidura, the Lord caused the kings, both enemies on those sides, both the enemies and those on the side of your fighting nephews, to be killed in the battle of Kurukshetra. All those kings were so great and strong that the earth seemed to shake when traversed on the warfield. Yeah, and you could see that even now. So the demons are fighting with the good people. There's good people who see there's a bunch of bullshit going on now, and they're fighting. And both sides will, the demons will kill some or many of those persons fighting this, and they will be killed themselves. There'll be this, just how it goes. This is the good and evil, the war of good and evil. This is a battle that's happening now. I mean, we're actually very fortunate to be born at this time to see it, because it's rising to the surface now. So something really fantastic is happening during this time. And many of us are feeling it, like it's feeling like just like the good is rising up and the bad, and they're kind of see, and then also bhakti is rising up. See, devotion, God, the true God is rising up. You notice, so everything is rising to the surface. In this, it's like a churning, it's a friction being created, and so it's a drama. It's God's pastime, and this is Kali Yuga. This is a special one. Something fantastic is going to manifest. The Lord just doesn't come in just any Kali Yuga. He comes, once every 4 billion, 27 of them on the 28th. He comes, and then this is happening now. What's going on now. So something really colorful is going to manifest, something really beneficial for all. Even though, maybe it'll put people in austerities. Many of us will have to, who knows, the way their things are happening now. So you could see the same kind of pattern is how the Lord works. You could look in the pattern from history, and then you can see, if you learn from history, you can see a lot of things. You don't have to repeat a lot of things. Some will be repeated. The way the Lord works, you could see how he works, how he appears in times like this. This is a good, hopeful time. You notice how they predicted these things, the Bhagavatam and the Bible. And so, and then you could see the pattern, and you could see what's good about the Vedas is you could see historically really clearly that this kind of thing happened before, and it's funny because the Lord's transcendental potency appears at these kinds of times and shows something really special. Like, look at Nishingadev came and showed a form of God that nobody saw before. It's a great revelation. See, and also Krishna appeared, Radha and Krishna appeared at the time when Kamsa was here, and the demigods called them down. Said, no, take a form, come here and show, we're having troubles here on this planet. See, the demigods were praying. See, they pray, the Lord, please, we need your help. The demons say, well, we don't need God. We're gonna destroy your God and we're gonna put our Maya up there, our Baphomet or whatever that thing is with the horns. That's the thing. The demons' gods are so ugly. So ugly. Why, look at Radha and Krishna, so beautiful. And they put these Baphomet up, the twisted thing. And you could tell, that they're worshiping, they're making people become like that Baphomet thing, looking really weird. Making them look kind of weird, with different, they can't tell are they male or female, and they're acting really twisted, and demons, they're always doing weird shit. So, then, O Vidura, the Lord caused the kings, both the enemies and those on the side of your fighting nephews, to be killed in the battle of Kursetra. All these kings were so great and strong that the earth seemed to shake as they traversed the war field. Duryodhana was bereft of his fortune and duration of life because of the intricacy of ill advice given by Karna. No, the intricacy, whatever that means, and probably something bad. Because the intricacy of ill advice given by Karna, Dushana, and Subala. See, the duration, okay, this is so good. I mean, I love these things because it's so true. Duryodhana was bereft of his fortune and duration of life because of the intricacy of ill advice given by Karna, Duryodhana, and Subala. That's how it is. It's like that verse in the Psalms. Blessed are those who don't stand in the counsel of the wicked. It reduces your duration of life. That's exactly what's happening now. Those who are standing in the counsel of the wicked are the hypocrites, liars, the cowards. Cowards are the ones who sell out, or take bribes. The weak, the people like that, the materially motivated. If you stand in their counsel, your duration of life is reduced. If you believe in what they teach you and say, you see how that's being done there? Those guys, the liars, Bill Gates and the Fauci's and all that, the governments and all that, if you take their counsel, your duration of life is being diminished right now. You're taking these injections, and because the counsel is bad. They're not honest, they're lying and cheating people. See? So that's really practical. You can see. Can you see how that works? Can you see if you listen to these persons, your duration of life is being diminished right before your eyes. So watch out who you listen to. See? If you listen to materially motivated persons, your duration of life is diminished. See? And it's the same thing with you got hypocritical leaders and gurus. You listen to them, your duration of life is diminished. Look what they're doing. They're siding with the world too, in telling people to get the jabs. See, so duration of people's lives are diminished by those who are not really qualified and bona fide. See, so now when you get here, if you have a bona fide guru, what happens? Your duration of life is increased, but especially your real life, you become an immortal. You become the eternal person. You're liberated from the cycle of birth and death, and that's living a long time, I would say. Otherwise, you're living and dying, living and dying, living and dying until you're liberated by the bona fide representative of Krishna and Radha in this world. See? So, and counsel the wicked, you got to even get through your own mind. That's why I say always remember it's sadhu sangha. You take the counsel of those who are experienced devotees, and then you'll stay living a long time. Otherwise your bhakti will be cut off, and then you just take another birth, man. Life and death until you figure these things out. We need to stand in the counsel. That's why these scriptures are so wonderful. And when we're talking about and discussing this from a sincere point of view to understand these things, these principles, then we're protected, right? See, now we're in good counsel. We're in the counsel of liberated souls, not taking their words. See, this is the problem. You take those words of the scriptures, and because you're not really qualified so much, because bhakti has not awakened in your heart, you're just going to naturally twist things and speculate and all that stuff. And so it causes problems. Causes still, that's why it takes, so many births before you can attain Krishna. Even with the scriptures, right? Here we got all these beautiful scriptures, and what do the gurus say? Prema, many, many lifetimes for you. Well, it doesn't have to be that way. See, we have the power of the disciplic line and the blessings of Krishna to do what was done 550 years ago. Just present the scriptures so we stand in good counsel. No, transcendental counsel. And get the transcendental result quickly. And not be misled by this illusion and that illusion. You can be misled, some people here, they think, I don't need Shiksha Guru and all that, and they won't listen to this counsel. They listen to the counsel of their own anarthas, their own minds, or the counsel of others who are not purified. What happens? They go off. Yeah. Yeah. The practical stuff in the Bhagavatam. That's why I like it so much. It's so great. So Shama-san, do you have you have this book in front of you, perchance?
Srimad Bhagavatam?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Canto 3?
Yes.
Guru Maharaj, I need to go to toilet because I'm listening to you and I'm holding since 40 minutes. I need
Oh
to...
yeah, go,
yeah.
Go, yeah, go. And then I'll continue until you come back. Okay. So at the end of the Battle of Kursetra, again, Duryodhana was bereft of his fortune and duration of life because of the intricacy of ill advice given by Karna and Dushana and Subala. When he lay on the ground with his followers, his thighs broken, although he was powerful, the Lord was not happy to see this scene. And so the Lord is not happy that when we stand in the council of his Maya and those who represent his illusion, the motivated person, the Lord is not happy about that. This is inside. See? He's not happy that we're going to our deaths and our destructions. See? So the Lord shows you how it is inside us. That's why we need good association to help us. Honest persons. I mean, really, the more honest, the better. So, okay, we got honest persons in the modes of goodness and, but really the best honesty is transcendental honesty. See, that's the clearest understanding. People that are still like in the mode of goodness, they can give us good advice on the level of the body and the mind and the emotions. See? But that's not good enough, really, because it's still within the material illusory potency. There are going to be you don't really understand the whole purpose of life yet. The whole purpose of life is not just to have a good mind, a material mind, a good material emotions, and a good strong body. If you think that's all it is, you're still in illusion. See? You're not the best advice is how to awaken the spiritual body. See, and end this all, not so you come back as a nice demigod. Oh, look at you, you're in the mode of goodness now, and your mind is, your material emotional feelings are really good, and your material mind is good, but you can still take another birth. It's not enough. You need to know, oh, you have a spiritual body. That's Bhagavatam. That's the whole point. Look at the spiritual perspective. See, because that is the essence of what life is about. Go ahead there, Shama-san.
I'm so glad to have this opportunity. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, Canto 3, Chapter 3, and?
Yeah.
7, 8?
No. And let's see, number 15. No. Number 14.
Canto 3, Chapter 14?
No. Canto 3. What chapter is it?
Chapter 3, verse 14.
Yeah. Verse 14.
Okay, chicos and chicas, let's go. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. As non-English speaking person and not living in temple, it's very it's not always easy to say for me all glories. It's a little bit not mine, but I would like to.
Why don't you use your words? Your own words.
That's what I'm going to do.
That's better.
Yeah, I just want to express that I'm really grateful for having this oasis here, that I can always come back here and and listen to this vibration and defeating my illusion. I'm aware of it, that it's the big and biggest thing in my life. So thank you, Guru Maharaj and devotees. And I'm super excited that I'm going to read.
All right. Oh, and yeah, I might have you read purports too.
Purports?
I might, maybe.
Ah, okay. No problem. Translation. After the end of the battle of Kurukshetra, the Lord said, the abatement of the earth's great burden, 18 Aksa Uhinis, has now been effected with the help of Drona, Bhishma, Arjuna, and Bhima. But what is it? There is still the great strength of the Yadu dynasty, born of myself, which may be a more unbearable burden.
Okay, so chant for a couple of minutes because I got to go to the bathroom too. Everybody chant. I'll be right back.
Okay.
And then we're going to go over you're going to read the purport.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama. Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama.
Rama, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama.
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Radhe,
Hare
Radhe,
Rama,
Radhe,
Rama
Radhe,
Hare
Radhe,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Radhe,
Krishna
Radhe,
Krishna, Hare
Radha,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Radha,
Rama Rama,
Radha,
Hare
Radha,
Krishna,
Radha, Radha,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Radha,
Hare
Radha,
Rama,
Radha,
Rama Rama
Radha,
Hare Krishna.
Radha,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Radha,
Krishna, Hare
Radha,
Rama, Hare Rama.
Radha,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Radha,
Krishna Krishna,
Radha,
Hare Rama, Hare
Radha, Radha,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Radha,
Krishna
Radha,
Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Radha,
Rama Rama, Hare
Radha,
Hare Krishna,
Radha,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Radha,
Krishna
Radha,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Radha, Radha,
Rama Rama, Hare
Radha,
Hare Krishna,
Radha,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Radha,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
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 Hare,
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Okay, go ahead there, Shama-san.
Purport?
Purport, yes.
It is a wrong theory that due to an increase in population, the world becomes overburdened, and therefore there are wars and other
Annihilating. Annihilating.
annihilating processes. The earth is never overburdened. The heaviest mountains and oceans on the face of the earth hold more living entities than there are human beings, and they are not overburdened. In a census were taken of all the living beings on the surface of the earth. Certainly, it would be found that the number of humans is not even 5% of the total number of living beings.
You
If
know,
the
that's really fascinating. That's exactly what the problem is now with the people, these demons. They're doing this thing about climate change. You notice they're really trying to put it like the Earth is going through a crisis, and it cannot. There's too many people. They're depopulating now. See, they're afraid there's too many people, and the Earth cannot bear it. They're afraid that the climate is changing, and the climate is always changing. See? But because there's always material motive in that. What are you scratching? Scratching. Yeah, so there's all this material motives, so they're I notice even in the movies they're putting in these predictive programming stuff about climate change, and this is a big problem and all this stuff, and but see, there's all this material motive. It's never pure. This is the problem. They're always got some angle. See, they want to use climate change to control and track people and to manipulate the populations, and they just want to play God. Anyway, that's that level, and so Prabhupada is saying there's no problem. And there's a lady even going around, she says, there's all these resources are renewable, even in the earth, the oil and all that stuff. The earth makes it. It's, water too, and all kinds of amazing. And these demons, they just don't think straight. But again, that's all part of the plan, but still that demons think like they do. You got to know that they're like that, and they have angles and their motives, and they love control. I mean, they really want to control every doggone thing. They're just really into that. They like slaves, and that's what they do. They just do this slavery thing. If you notice, there's been very few democracies in this world. It's always been a slave kind of thing, making slaves. Go ahead. Did somebody want to say something?
I just think it's all about to take your attention and providing this outside and makes you fear. A few days ago, I woke up and there was this chanting in my chest. And I felt so present and so okay. And then I realized, okay, I feel myself, I feel God, and everything outside is perfect. As soon as I will not open the internet and this all information, it's just an information war. It's just to feed your mind and to make you confused. But without these informations, the world is perfect and the relationship with God is perfect. And there are many people right now, they are waking up. They are not on this level that they connected to God directly, although also, but there are many people who are getting their own power, and they are very authentic, and they don't cover themselves. And I think this is this new energy which is floating the world. The people are waking up.
Yeah, it's like an awakening. Yeah, I see that too. It's important too. That's what part of this, or probably the majority of this stuff happening, is to raise consciousness to a deeper level. Otherwise, there's this, there's the lower levels it's like animal. It's like being like an animal. This thing of the dominant. It's like you want to. Like animals. The stronger survive and the weaker you get rid of. But actually, God isn't like that. He wants people to become strong, and we can become strong. It's just we're just missing Him. We're missing that relationship. He makes the weak strong. See, and the thing is, people, the demons don't understand that they are weak. They think they're strong, but they're actually weak. They got their intelligence is not good. So everybody is weak without this relationship with the transcendental Lord, and that's really the whole purpose of of this Kali Yuga, is that awakening for everybody, because everybody will be benefited, whether you're a demon or a demigod, whatever you are, so that's why it says in the spiritual world there are demons and demigods, because once they get this connection, whatever is deficient in them is rectified. And the Lord covers every deficiency in people.
And moreover, I think also that any appearance of control, any control is coming from the lack of something, lack of root, lack of love of God, from trauma. When somebody needs to control either politician or woman, her husband, it doesn't matter. And this lack, this emptiness which comes from controlling, it has to be easy to collapse. So why fighting against it? It's just enough to not give the energy, because they need those people minds. They need those energy. It fits this big fear egregor.
Yeah. Well, that's what's good about discussing Krishna, because we discuss the way the world is really working, and that you could just more, you could let God do the main controlling. We should be like stewards, like cooperate with nature, cooperate with each other. See, cooperation, cooperate the way God is working. So anyway, that's why this is kind of a crazy place in the world, because there's a lot of, it's like an insane asylum. People are trying to work, when a person needs to be committed into an institution, they have something, they have these phobias. See, so the world is, what I'm seeing is being controlled by people that are a bit really, really insane. They have phobias. They're psychopaths. Things where people, they should be in insane asylums, but they're actually in control of the world. This is, they're the leaders. Isn't it saying Kali Yuga? That's going to be the leaders. You can read Canto 12. It said these kinds of unqualified leaders will be leading people. That's why you can't really believe them. They're not really qualified to lead others, but they want to act like they are, and they mislead everything. Go ahead. You can say whatever you want there, Shama.
I will read further.
Okay.
The birth rate of human beings is increasing. Then the birth rate of other living beings is increasing proportionally. The birth rate of lower animal, beasts, birds, etc., is far greater than that of human beings. There is an adequate arrangement for food for all the living beings all over the earth by the order of the Supreme Lord. And he can arrange more and more if there is actually a disproportionate increase of living being.
Yeah, and you can see also when you become more of a devotee, that happens in your life. Just everything just works out. There's more of an abundance of everything. You have an abundance of energy, the abundance of life, real life. Your life is extended. If not materially, spiritually, forever. Everything, you live in abundance. Like the New Age, they always talk about abundance. But that's kind of the harder way. The easier way is just tune into the abundance that's already here. So people are doing it spiritually on different ways. But I tell you, when it's so nice just to see that being in Krishna, in God, is the abundance. See, otherwise you don't. It's like you think you're it or something. No, being in the Lord, who is full of abundance. We're part and parcel. The clearer we get about that, the more ecstatic it is, actually, to understand that we just dip into the Lord's abundance. Just He's the abundant one. And we're built to be in Him. And then you see, oh, the Lord is in control. You become more just liberated in God. Otherwise, it's very hard to hold this liberation or salvation, or you be liberated in the Lord. You stay liberated forever. That's the kind of work we're doing. It's just how to get clear about that. How to just stay in the Lord. And we stay in the Lord, you stay in everything. You stay in purification, stay in abundance, stay in clarity, stay in seeing things as they are, stay in being protected. See?
Guru Maharaj, should I read this purport further because it's very long, or to verse?
Read it further. Yeah, this is really good. I like it.
This is relevant to the situation what we are facing with.
Absolutely.
Therefore, there is no question of an increase in population causing a burden. The earth become overburdened due to dharma glani, or irregular discharge of the Lord's desire. The Lord appeared on the earth to curb the increase in miscreants and not the increase in population. as is wrong put forward by the mundane economist.
Yeah, that is fantastic. God, Prabhupada was so ahead of his time. Writing that is just so perfect for now. I mean, he was seeing the seeds of that back then, like a lot of these so-called conspiracy theorists, where they saw a lot of stuff going on that's happening now. Prabhupada also. So, see, the demons are thinking that, oh, the earth it doesn't have enough stuff and all that, and they're creating all these problems. But the Lord is thinking, you're creating the problem. There's no problem. I got enough, but I can deal with this. But you don't believe it. You want to imitate God and all that stuff. And so the Lord's thinking, you're a miscreant. What is this? You're not acting in harmony with me, with the way I work and how I roll. See? And so that's why he curbs the population, is because of this is a miscreant mentality. They're not working in harmony with God, basically, even on the material level. You don't have faith. Basically, this, what it is? It's atheism. It's faithlessness. And some of the demigod types have this also. And so the Lord said, what is this? You're a miscreant like this. You're faithless. You don't see that there is a God. See, what do you think the Vedas is all about? And the Bible even, teach us there is a God, man. It's so wonderful to live in the Lord. Those who find this find themselves. Find the ultimate truth and are gone, man. You're finished with the material thing. This is just for miscreants here. People who are like atheists. Anyway, the more deeper we're in the Lord, in the truth, then all of a sudden we're transformed into divine beings. We're here on earth. Where this body is a temple for that transcendental Lord. Our soul is meant to be in God, in truth, like that. Sets us free, So living like that, a lifestyle like that.
God is also making miracles, and he really does.
Yeah.
And, I experience a lot in my life. Such a shifting, such help, that it was like, there was no logic at all.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, it's amazing, huh? More and more. Miracle.
When Lord Krishna appeared, there had been a sufficient increase in miscreants who had violated the desire of the Lord. The material creation is meant for fulfilling the desire of the Lord, and his desire is that the conditioned souls who are unfit to enter into the kingdom of God have a chance to improve their conditions for entering. The entire process.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's the whole purpose
Everything
for the
is
world.
fantastic.
Yeah. What?
Everything is fantastic.
I just love the mind of God's devotees, man. They're brilliant. They're brilliant. They tell you just the right thing, always the perfect thing. This world is for that. That's why I say, don't tell me you're spiritual if you don't know the world is to improve your relationship with God. That's spiritual. Is to improve our understanding of our eternal relationship with the Lord. That's really what this is all meant for. And I had something else I wanted to say. Read that sentence again, the last part there.
The material creation is meant for fulfilling the desire of the Lord, and his desire is that the conditioned souls who are unfit to enter into the kingdom of God, have a chance to improve their conditions for entering.
Okay, and this is, and when you look at this statement of Prabhupada, this is the way the Lord's thinking. See, we got to understand the more we understand the way the Lord is thinking, straightens out our thinking. It's like it's the medicine, it's the therapy we need. We don't need any gene therapy, shots. We just need to straighten out our thinking. If not, the Lord's going to take you out. You're a miscreant. Get out of here, man. Move away. Move aside. And read that thing again, because I had some point I wanted to make, and I just missed. Do it again, one more time. It's nice to be guru. I can do what I like.
The material creation is meant for fulfilling the desire of the Lord.
Yes, and the yeah, and the Lord's desire. He wants to make it really easy now to fulfill the desire of the Lord, so that we can improve. Chant Hare Krishna, associate with his intimate devotees, and improve. Quickly, easily go back to Godhead in this life, even. Manifest prema in this life even. Man, that's an improvement, I would say. You want to improve your life, develop prema in this life. People are thinking, many lifetimes before you improve to that level. Look how many people are improving. They're in bhav, feeling God in their heart and feeling, dancing around and crying and now that is quite an improvement. What I was wondering why some of these devotees are so happy. They feel quite a big jump in improvements. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know how to explain it without explain it. I am young and I don't know, maybe I don't match to religion, but the Lord was always there. He was always present. I remember as I was a child, I was just coming to him every day without any church, without any parents. Nobody taught me, and I was just talking to him. I said, "Hey, Father, I did today this. It went so, and this, and this, and this, and this." And I felt this energy, and I heard these voices, and I had these dreams, and it was always there. And the life was just teaching me what I am not, and where I have to realize something,
Yeah.
But he's there.
He's there. Yeah.
And
it's great.
And I'm really losing more and more control, and this trust is rising.
The stress is arising from losing control. Yeah. Well, keep fighting yourself.
Yes, we are entering.
What you could do is also clean your lens, not with your finger, but with a cloth or something, because you're a little bit out of focus.
I think when I move, I am not focused. Shouldn't move.
Oh, much. Let's see.
I will not move. I will try to not move.
Yeah, no, it's not that. Okay. Oh, it could be lighting too. Maybe the light is not bright enough.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, we want to. There we go. Now we can see. We want to see your ecstasy, like Evo wants to see ecstasy. All right. There she is. Okay.
And his desire is that the conditioned souls who are unfit to enter into the kingdom of God have a chance to improve their conditions for entering. The entire process of cosmic arrangement is intended just to give a chance to the conditioned souls to enter the kingdom of God. And there is an adequate arrangement for their main tenants by the nature of the Lord. Therefore, although there may be a great increase in population on the surface of the earth, if the people are exactly in line with God consciousness and are not miscreants, such a burden on the earth is a source of pleasure for her. There are two kinds of burdens. There is the burden of the beast and the burden of love. The burden of the beast is unbearable, but the burden of love is a source of pleasure.
Yeah, you know that is so amazing because it's like a mother, a burden of love. But then when you have the beast in there, and the beast is, working against, it feels like it's like a big strain, just stress and strain. That's, what that is? That's the modes of nature. We would be floating in this world if we're like have the transcendental potency. You float in the world. There's no burden for the earth. If anything, you're purifying even the earth. This is the improvement. I mean, this is Kali Yuga. This is a special one. Man, the Lord wants to improve like that. Where it's like, how the earth is floating in space. Well, that's, devotees is like that. Devotion makes you float in this world. Literally, you start to, she knows, Shama-san knows, she floats a lot, right? Float, everything works nicely, and, sometimes, she's not stressed.
It's a really true, it's a wash machine. But I would compare it, this what I read, to purification. Purification is providing this uncomfortable feeling. We just won't go through it. But we know when we will go through it, then everything will be okay. Srila Vishwananta Chakravarti describes the burden of love very practically. He says that the burden of the husband, of the young wife, the burden of the child on the lap of the mother, and the burden of wealth on the businessman, although actually burdens from the viewpoints of heaviness, are sources of pleasure. And in the absence of such burdensome objects, one may feel the burden of separation, which is heavier to bear than the actual burden of love. When Lord Krishna referred to the burden of the Yadu dynasty on the earth, he referred to something different than the burden of the beast. The large numbers of family members born of Lord Krishna counted to some millions, and were certainly a great increase in the population of the earth. But because all of them were expansions of the Lord himself by his transcendental plenary expansions, they were a source of great pleasure for the earth. When the Lord referred to them in connection with the burden on the earth, he had in mind their imminent disappearance from the earth. All the members of the family of Lord Krishna were incarnation of different demigods, and they were to disappear from the surface of the earth along with the Lord. When he referred to the unbearable heaviness on the earth in connection with the Yadu dynasty, he was referring to the burden of their separation. Srila Jiva Goswami confirms this inference.
Yeah, now that's interesting too. See, there's a burden of separation. That's why he took his family off the planet, because of the burden of separation from him. See, because they had such close relation with him. And you notice the Lord Chaitanya did that with most of his devotees also. When he left the planet, they left also, many of them. not all, but actually most actually left with him, because there was a big burden of separation and they wanted to be with him. They just, he has eternal associates. He comes and, he goes to somewhere else and brings those associates, and he does it again. They're just his entourage. And then he left some devotees, they stayed for a while, the Goswamis, and wrote the books and all this. Yeah. So, we're the only burden for those devotees is the separation, and the Lord also, so yeah. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah, people are separated for such a long time, and they are collecting this karma, those emotions, those old things and acts where they did, and it's so heavy for them that they start to harm themselves. Mm-hmm. It's like detronization.
Yeah, go ahead, read some more.
Translation: when they quarrel among themselves, influenced by intoxication, with their eyes red like copper because of drinking madhu, then only will they disappear. Otherwise, it will not be possible. On my disappearance, this incident will take place.
Yeah, if you look at this intoxication idea, it's really interesting. Intoxication is with the modes, actually. The living beings here, they're intoxicated by the mode of passion, ignorance, or even goodness, even. It's an intoxication. Yeah, and it causes disharmony and friction. With God, actually, with the true Lord. That's why, Jarasandha was, even though he was like a saintly king, you could say, even in the mode of goodness, even though he was a Kshatriya, but still, he was a saintly king, still he had friction with Krishna. So there's always friction because of the modes. It makes friction with the true Lord. That's why, people... That's why we need to get purified. See, now this is for Vaishnavas. If they want to really improve, you can improve all the way. You can go all the way on this here now. Very easily get purified, improve, very fast improvement, and be intimately connected with God forever. Now that's real improvement. And that possibility is here. See, so that's why I love these purports and these verses, because it's practical. People, if they taught this in school, we would know what is real. What are we here for? People don't know. They think they're here just to make a living, and survive their whole lives and not put any life energy into improving our spiritual relationship with God, awakening that. People don't know. So the Bhagavatam gives light on that. This is what Prabhupada always thought. This should be in the education system, because otherwise people, they're being educated, basically to be slaughtered by Maya again and again and again. They're just teaching mundane education. What is that? Yeah. This is the greatest education. It shows you what the goal of life is. What is the purpose of life? That's why people should, this sadhu sangha is a place of education. Prabhupada's purports are really good for that too. How important this is to know. People, if they knew this, and that's why if you develop faith in a real spiritual master here, where we discuss these kinds of things, you'll know what is life about, man. And you'll know, you'll realize, boy, how come I've never learned that? That makes so much sense. Wow, yeah, I'm a spirit soul. I meant to awaken that and spend my precious time. My time is gold. My time is wealth. How much wealth do you have? We only have a certain amount. People, so benefited by this. People spending lifetimes not knowing this, and the Bhagavatam is here now. My goodness. You see why we read the purports? They're really good. They're really inspired by Krishna. Prabhupada was inspired by. Right? Now I see. He wrote it for this time, actually. Now I see. It's perfectly relevant. Perfectly makes it all clear. Now we can clarify all this stuff. Go ahead. Or if you guys, be in free flow, if you want to say something, speak up. Don't be one of these
bees.
Yeah. Speak freely. Don't just a hand raiser. Or a stuffer. And the worst is the stuffer. I want to say what I've been conditioned from the past. So we remove that.
It's not the case with me. So maybe you think that I'm trying to understand. Language is very difficult now. This is
good.
Thing that I'm not used to read. So
yes, I'm saying this for posterity's sake, for everybody.
Oh, but we are not with many now here.
We got many. I'm talking to these people on the chat too. Yeah. Open your mouths. Open your pens, man. Right. This is the time. Take notes. Go ahead. If I pause, that means start reading or say something or do something.
The Lord and his associates appear and disappear by the will of the Lord. They are not subjected to the laws of material nature. No one was able to kill the family of the Lord, nor was there any possibility of their natural death by the laws of nature. The only means, therefore, for their disappearance was the make show of a fight amongst themselves, as if brawling in intoxication due to drinking. That so-called fighting would also take place by the will of the Lord. Otherwise,
bhakti also extends your life. I use this story a lot because one lady came here. She had all these diseases, and hepatitis and emphysema. She was a devoted Vaishnava, initiated by Prabhupada, I think, or was around that time, and ready to blow her brains out. But she came, man. She got life. She lived another 5 years, and the only reason why she died was because she got off of this path again, got into the children. See, always the children. She had some, like drug addicts in the child. They took advantage of all her time and everything, and she's sentimental. And anyway, but bhakti extends your life. Even the Lord, just naturally, it just comes with the territory. Even physically, makes up a difference. Srivas got the boon because of his intimacy with Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya said, "Your body will not be ravaged by old age." And so same thing. Advaita, he lived actually 125 years or something, long time. Not that everybody will, but it's just you feel like for myself, I feel really young. Really, inside I look old, but I feel really young. Youthful.
Me too. Here, I feel young here.
I can keep up with the young people, man. I feel more young than them. They seem old to me. A lot of them. They're all masked up now and stuff. What do you guys? You guys don't have proper intelligence. They're all controlled by these demons. Demons don't control my mind. I don't believe in anything. I don't believe in these gurus. I don't believe in these demons. I don't believe in anybody unless they have an intimate relationship with the Lord. I mean, you can believe, something. People. There are good people in the world. I mean, there are a lot of good these persons. Yeah, but they're not going to deliver my soul. I know who is. These devotees. If I want to be delivered out of some unhappiness or some, I pick up the Bible. I pick up the scriptures associated with Prabhupada, and everything becomes auspicious like that. Man, what kind of life? Isn't that a great? People are going. See, they believe because they don't have this. This is why you come here, man. We'll make you wealthy like this. You won't have to go to these doctors and psychologists who they have not realized yet. So, they can only help you maybe a little bit. Yeah. Here, this is the Lord is the best doctor, his devotees association. What else do you need? Gee whiz. Yeah, go ahead.
Bhagavad Gita was spoken, so the Yadu dynasty was made to be intoxicated by the will of the Lord and nothing more. The devotees and
Say that again. Say that again. Was I hearing that correctly? It was great.
Bhagavad Gita was spoken, so the Yadu dynasty was made to be intoxicated by the will of the Lord and nothing more.
That is amazing. Where does this Prabhupada? It just says the amazing things. Intoxicated by the will of the Lord. That's exactly it, man. That's what I come here for every day, to be intoxicated by the will of the Lord, and it works, man. And my God, that intoxication makes you more intelligent, more free, more happy, more ecstatic, more loving. Oh, that is the essence.
That's being saved.
What? What?
That's being saved.
Yeah. Yeah, the will of the Lord is to relish his association and the association of his devotees. And it's very intoxicating when you do that. And so if you can't do that, just come into this association. You'll get purified and you'll be able to do that. Become intoxicated by the will of the Lord. The will of the Lord is, hey, go hard, get your ass up and start chanting the holy name. It's the will of the Lord. Yeah, and I start doing that. I get intoxicated. See? Intoxicated by the will of the Lord. I'm doing what he wants, not what I want. Well, actually, I want to do that now. It's so good. That's the liberated state. You start to want to do what the Lord wants. Hey, what a concept. No wonder Jesus said, first the Lord does, then the Son does. But that goes like that, very fast. The Lord wants to play the flute, the devotee's playing the flute. Or the devotee's being played by the Lord, or the Lord's playing the flute. It's hard to know. Doesn't matter. Just enjoy the process. Just enjoy the flute playing. Whether he's doing it or you're doing it, who knows? Doesn't matter. Just be in, it's just intoxicating. Go ahead, cutie.
The devotees and associates of the Lord are completely surrendered souls. Thus they are transcendental instruments in the hands of the Lord, and can be used in any way the Lord desires. The pure devotees also enjoy such pastimes of the Lord because they want to see him happy. Devotees of the Lord never asserts independent individuality. On the contrary,
they want to see the Lord happy, right? Yeah, they want to. People think, oh yeah, I just want to see that God happy over there. I want to see God happy over there. Hey man, he's in here. Make him happy, and then you'll partake of that happiness. Otherwise, it's out there still. See, there's distance. No, make the when that happiness is inside. See, it's part of the devotee's happiness is the Lord's happiness. Vrindavan, there you go. Garden of Eden, no fig leaf. Back to the garden.
On the contrary, they utilize their individuality in pursuit of the desires of the Lord. And this cooperation of the devotees with the Lord makes a perfect scene of the Lord's pastimes.
Yeah, we got to just get on the Lord's page. What do you think Bhagavatam is? To get on the page, get on in sync with God as God is, in his mentality, in what he desires, what he likes, because it's always better for us. It's going to just make us more happy because we're wandering around in sync with his Maya and always being misled, always inauspicious. Yes, is always auspicious, especially when you get this kind of sadhu sangha and you get purified to the point where you feel, God's happiness is my happiness. There you go. You're out of here, man. You're free. Free bird. Fly. We like to see you take flight, man.
Translation. Lord Sri Krishna, thus thinking to himself, established Maharaja Yudhishthira in the position of supreme control of the world in order to show the ideal of administration on the path of piety.
Yeah, you see, Maharaj Yudhishthira was not only in the mode of goodness, he was a devotee. He had love for God. They're the best leaders, man. That's why you got to have a guru like that actually loves God. They're the best leaders, man. You're going to get the most auspicious situation, the most everything you're going to get there. See, even Mars Pritu said the king should be take advice from the Vaishnava. See, that's why our lives are auspicious here, that people coming here, we're taking advice of the highest Vaishnava. I'm just, by I don't know, good fortune, the Lord gives me a good insight into these scriptures. And I tell you guys, and I could see the result because it's been good for me. And it sure seems to be good for you from the reports I'm getting. Therefore, I think we got a winner, man. Let's just give this advice, man. It's like, people trying to bet on a sure thing. This is a winner, this is winning advice, where you feel like, wow, my life is really auspicious. I'm getting good advice, real advice, not ill advice. See, or different levels of advice. You can get advice from people in the mode of ignorance. You're going to get inauspiciousness, right? Very inauspicious. You can get advice from those who are in the mode of passion and developing stuff and everything. It's a little better advice by there, so they get a little better, clearer picture, but they don't have it all. Same thing in mode of goodness. They get you good, auspicious in the mode of goodness. You could become auspicious in the mode of goodness. But real auspicious life, real auspiciousness is here from a devotee who's really a genuine, like worshiper of the Lord in ecstasy, that intoxicating ecstasy. Oh, man, are you going to get good advice? Man, are they going to tell you the essence? Boy, are you going to be led straight and narrow. See, that's the narrow gate Jesus was talking about. Make sure you go through the narrow gate. See, I always give the same advice. Go through the narrow gate. The narrow gate is the Vaishnava who has an active, participating relationship with the Supreme Personality of God. It knows that Lord intimately. You don't think you're going to have an auspicious life by having that association? Oh boy. Or you think you're going to be, if things are going to be really good for you and go very well.
embryo of Puru's descendant, begotten by the great hero Abhimanyu in the womb of Uttara, his wife, was burned by the weapon of the son of Drona, but later he was again protected by the Lord. The purport. The embryonic body of Pariksit, which was in formation after Uttara's pregnancy by Abhimanyu, the great hero, was burned by the Brahmastra of Ashvathama, but the second body was given by the Lord within the womb. And thus the descendant of Puru was saved. This incident is the direct proof that the body of the living entity, the spiritual are different. When the living entity takes shelter in the womb of a woman through the injection of the semen of a man, there is an emulsification of the man's and woman's discharges, and thus a body is formed the size of P, gradually developing into a completely body. But if the developing embryo is destroyed in some way or another, the living entity has to take shelter in another body or in the womb of another woman. The particularly living entity who was selected.
The different thing that happened. See, usually the soul is in the body of a woman, right? And then comes out, but it's not enlightened. See, it's not awakened. It's just the soul is covered by the modes of nature. But so that was a real boon when was it Asatama who threw the Brahmastra and at the womb of Atara, and so that was coming, and so that was the opportunity for the Lord to go in the womb and show himself to the living entity. See, it wasn't just covered by Maya. He awakened. That was Maharaj Parikshit, actually. So he awakened his devotee by touching the devotee and protecting the devotee. He saw. So Maharaj Parikshit wasn't awakened. So when he came out, he was a enlightened soul. As a matter of fact, his whole life he was looking for association with somebody in this world who had the same qualities of the person he met in the womb. See? And that's how he met Shukadev Goswami. He was the only one he met. That's how rare these persons are, who really know God, are of the same quality of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They're very rare. See, if one person he met was like that. And that was the end of his life, he met at the end. So, and that was his Shiksha Guru. See, so he went back to Godhead. That's why ultimately people need to understand where is Shiksha Guru, because if you haven't made it to the level of love of God, then you need Shiksha Guru. You need the help. You need some help. Otherwise, you'll be caught up. Just like you say, yeah, God was always in me, but you met Shiksha Guru now because you were caught up in that level, which causes conflict too. Oh, yeah, more austerities, See, so you need Shiksha Guru to help you get out of that, become more free. See? So even though you have, matter of fact, that's the principles of Raghunuga Bhakti. You may come into this life and have attraction and have some relationship with God, just like Maharaj Parikshit did, but he took shelter of Shiksha Guru, and that really frees you. You get it really clear, and as it is, they get really without the fetters of all of accepting something in the modes of nature as going to deliver you. See, you have to find the real ultimate deliverer. Just like your guru, Shamasundar, can't understand what we're doing here on another level. Okay? Not attracted. So, that's why usually the disciple who becomes enlightened will help their guru, because they're not seeing it, because they're covered by false ego. You know, so the Lord will use the disciple like that sometimes.
A particular living entity who was selected to be the descendant of Maharaja Puru or the Pandavas was not an ordinary living entity, and by the superior will of the Lord he was destined to be the successor of Maharaja Yudhishthira. Therefore, when Ashvathama destroyed the embryo of Maharaja Pariksit, the Lord, by his own internal potency, entered into the womb of Uttara by his plenary portion, just to give audience to the would-be Maharaja Pariksit, who was in great danger. By his appearance within the womb, the Lord encouraged the child and gave him complete protection in a new body by his omnipotency. By his power of omnipresence, he was present both inside and outside of Uttara and other members of the Pandava family. Translation. The Supreme Lord inducted the son of Dharma to perform 3 house sacrifices, and Maharaja Yudhishthira, constantly following Krishna, the personality of Godhead, protected and enjoyed the earth, assisted by his younger brothers. Purport. Maharaja Yudhishthira was the ideal monarchical representative of the earth because he was a constant follower of the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. As stated in the Vedas, Ishopanishad, the Lord is the proprietor of the entire manifested cosmic creation, which presents a chance for the conditioned soul to revive their eternal relationship with the Lord and thus go back to Godhead, back home. The whole system of the material world is arranged with that program and plan. Anyone who violates the plan is punished by the law of the nature, which is acting by the direction of the Supreme Lord. Maharaja Yudhishthira was installed on the throne of the earth as a representative of the Lord. The king is always expected to be representative of the Lord. Perfect monarchy necessitates representation of the supreme will of the Lord. And Maharaja Yudhishthira was the ideal monarch of this supreme principle. Both the king and the subjects were happy in the discharge of worldly duties, and thus protection of the citizens and enjoyment of natural life with full cooperation of material nature followed in the reign of Maharaja Yudhishthira and his worthy descendants like Maharaja Pariksit.
Okay, Shama Sundari, I'm going to have you read a couple things here. Let's see here. Okay, read this.
Living in the Shama Gauri, living in the association of the Lord and his divine laws in connection with the nature, everything on this planet could be in perfect harmony.
Yes. Read this.
Freddy, as a child, we depend on our parents. As we grow older, we depend on our strength, intelligence, etc., not knowing that it all comes from God.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Oops. Did it come? Didn't show. There we go.
Shama Gauri, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, a wise man and pure devotees of our beloved Lord Sri Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shama Gauri, what amazing blessings the Lord gave us to be and associate with Gurudeva and all the beautiful devotees in our Sangha.
Yes, very auspicious. Hare Krishna. Here we go.
Shyama Gauri. This is why Srila Prabhupada desire. That is why Srila Prabhupada's desire was to distribute as many books as possible. He was really pushing on it because he said when the circumstances in the world becomes worse, people will start reading his book. He said that his book standing in, and I cannot see what is further.
Oh, let's see. Oops. Let's see. His book standing in the shelves of them are as powerful as Hare Krishna mantra. Yeah.
Well, he prepared the world so that everybody had the books so that you could explain them.
Yeah, the books need to be explained. It really helps a lot.
It's needed. Otherwise, what do you have with books you don't understand?
Yeah. You need to see by the action of the action of the book Bhagavat and the devotee Bhagavat. Then this stuff really helps, gets clear. Okay, go ahead, read that.
To understand all this is only possible for real Vaishnavas like here in our Sangha, and for us it is simple to accept this wonderful conclusive truth.
Yes.
Janaki Devidasi, that's how I feel about you. You are my Sukadeva.
Sukadeva. What is it?
Din, we all need Gurudev's escape kit, escape from Maya.
That's right. We have our little kit to help everybody escape from illusion. Yeah.
And Ivo thinks that Guru Maharaj is Naradi Muni. It's not the first time when he thinks like this.
I try to cut a few jokes here and there, like he does. Yeah. Hey, let's see. I'm actually 3 hours. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm a little bit tired. I think I need to take a little rest. I got up early again, as usual. Maybe Lalita Ganga can do a nice class or something. You want to do something, Lalita?
A little bit later because my visitor just arrives. So I will go live late in the afternoon.
Maybe
I was intended to go live when you again.
Yeah, maybe Shama Sundari wants to go live. You want to go live today there, Shama Sundari?
Hare Krishna, I have a little bit more to do.
More to do. Okay. All right, whatever. Maybe Shama Gauri will go live. She likes to do live now. That's good. Yeah.
We will get informed.
Yes, we all get informed. Okay, everybody. Thank you very much. I'm going to take a little piece here. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Hare Krishna. It's not even light yet. 3 hours is still not light. Okay, Haribo. How do I get